am still kind of getting over a slight cold, so I might sound a bit stuffy and a bit weird. But I apologize about that. Hopefully none of the other videos will have this in it. Hello everyone, Glitchwolf here, and before I start the video, I just want to explain this mess that you see before you. So a little while back, just yesterday as a matter of fact, I had planned to make a video of me running my maxx 33 at the usual run spot of a field nearby. But fate had other plans for me, and I only got one run in off camera, and the transmission blew. So I guess this video is just going to be me rebuilding this transmission. Now, I didn't plan to do this on camera. I planned to do this off camera and then just post a video of me running the T-Max when it was fixed. But I thought that maybe somebody would find this... useful. And that's kind of the goal of this channel, is to be useful to somebody and help people figure stuff out. So I took the transmission out of the car, which is pretty easy. I have some pictures that I'm going to probably put on the screen about now. Just a couple of screws, some faffing about with the air filter, the throttle linkage, brake linkage. Just had to remove the battery box, and it came out nice and easy. So now we're here. I determined that the main core of the problem was this. This is one of the gears I had to put in for the reverse kit. And this is probably about the third time that reverse kit has caused me grief. It's stripped out multiple gears, it's blown this transmission out so many times. At this point, I'm just going to remove it altogether. So you guys can stick with me and figure out basically watch as I struggle to figure out how to take out this reverse kit. I know this is probably going to have to come out. Oh, that's going to have to come out. That shift dog here. It's going to have to come out. That shaft probably can stay. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I've rebuilt this thing before, so I'll figure it out. But yeah, just look at that. Not sure how well it's going to show on camera here. But it's flat here. There's no teeth left. It's completely melted. On top of that, it melted the main drive gear pretty badly to where the teeth are. It looks like there's gaps on camera, but there are no gaps in there for teeth to go, the other teeth of the gear to go in. See, look where that tooth is coming in there. Even if I push hard on it, nothing. It's just no grip. So I bought myself this at my local hobby shop. It's just, there's a part number for you if you need it. It's just the main drive gear, this metal / plastic gear, some other doodads and whatchamacallits. So we'll cut this open, put this in here, and hopefully figure out how to remove this bothersome reverse kit. Alright, so let's get this open here. In my typical fashion, I completely forgot to have a pair of scissors handy, so knife it is. Try not to stab myself when I'm doing this. Trying to keep the bag somewhat intact. I don't know why, I just am. Premium, that works. Alright, fold that up. Put that off to the side, don't need that right now. So you've got instructions, which I will definitely use. Hopefully they cover something helpful. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Alright, nothing too difficult. Alright, so keep those off the side. Actually, I'll put those back here, just so I don't get them screwed up. I'm going to forget they're there, I guarantee you. So we have the gear that we need, the primary drive gear. Actually, this gives me an opportunity to show you the difference in the gear teeth. I'm not sure well, but look at that. I'm not sure how else is going to come through on camera, but just look at that. Difference. That's crazy. So we have that. We also have this odd little plastic gear with a metal gear wrapped around the outside for the look of it. I don't think the one from the truck is damaged. There is some slight give here. This ring isn't damaged either, is it? No, I don't love the fact that this one has some give to it, as you can see. This one does not, so I'll probably use this new one and keep the old one as a spare. Put that in the massive spares bag, bin, box, thing. English, that works. Okay, so we have that. We have this little spring washer, which I probably don't need this one anymore. I'll keep it around just for good measure. Sorry about the background noise, by the way. I have the windows open because it's probably isn't a great idea to be using WD-40 in a closed up space. Who would have thought? So then we have the little C pin and the straight pin that goes through, which is why that has a hole there. Alright, so let's figure out how we can get this new gear in here and that reverse kit out. This is also a good time to check your brake rotor and pads for, you know, wear and whatnot. It looks like I haven't driven this car in a while, so it shouldn't really have eaten away much. Looks like we're still in the clear, so nothing bad there. I'll put that off to the side. Highly suggest this work mat or a work mat similar to it. Really helpful with all these divots for screws and whatnot. I don't even know what those screws are from. That's fine. This is fine. I have a hunch that we don't need this anymore. So that can come off. Put that over there. It's important not to lose track of where you took these things out, which is why it's helpful to be doing a video of it as well, because you have video evidence of where those pieces were when you open the transmission case. Look at that. Look at all that. That's all plastic shavings from this one gear. Look at that. Yikes. Doesn't look like there's any metal shavings though, so that's good. Whoop. Alright, got it. Okay, so we got this all done and dusted. Put that off the side there. We don't need anything there yet. The one good thing about having a transmission like this open is you can actually see the reduction. So if you're spinning it the way the motor would be spinning it, like this, you can see how much this gear spins in relation to this. Pretty cool. And if the other way, obviously, spins it faster. You can also see the fact that it's one direction. So turning it this way, nothing. Then turning it this way, spins it. Alright, so let's get building. Alright, so we have that pesky pin in there, both of them. So now you can really see the fact that it's one way. So I can spin this and keep swinging it the other way. Nothing. If I spin it this way, I can kind of rev it. So that's all taken care of. All the broken parts taken care of. Or I guess one of them. Now comes the harder and less fun part, which is trying to remember what this thing looked like before I did the reverse kit. Is it like this? No, probably not, because that doesn't fit there. Alright, well, we'll figure it out here, and I'll put you guys back on when I've figured out the correct way. Alright, I found the picture. If I zoom in here, we can see the top of this, and it looks like this gear here, this little funny one with the plastic, metal, and then the metal spring washer, I think they call it. That. goes on top of there with that odd end facing out. Yep. Then off in the corner we can see nothing helpful because that's what the reverse kit in. Ah, shoot. Aha! The old school way pulls through yet again. Or I guess kind of old school. So, Traxxas has all of their, instruction manuals posted as like PDF forms or whatnot. So I printed up the Traxxas Revo 3.3 for reverse kit instructions. But you're thinking to yourself, well, how is that helpful? That's installing the reverse kit. You don't want the reverse kit. Well, it's easy in the regard that if you look here, see if I can get a focus on it, you can see what the transmission looked like before the reverse kit. So that's definitely helpful. So if I follow that, hopefully I can get this transmission together, and hopefully we can get that T-Max video out. Another useful tip is if you look at what the reverse kit comes with, oops, just kick something across the room, that's fine. If you look at what the reverse kit comes with, you know what gears you can remove. And obviously having this is very helpful. So I was able to determine that for the picture, it looked like they just had this. This was hollow. They didn't have, where did I put the thing? Where'd that thing get off to? The issue with my non-existent organizational skills. Ah, here we go. It didn't have this. It didn't have this tiny little gear with bearing, although that's a very nice gear. Might have to use that for something different. But anyway, didn't have those, from what I can tell. I'm just looking at this off camera here. It looks like it just had that stuff in it, as far as I can tell. Looking around here. Yeah, that makes sense, because it wouldn't have this gear, because that's the gear that caused a little trouble. Wouldn't have this shift link and shift dog, whatever they call it. Wouldn't have this, because there's no shifting to be done. It would still have a brake, because we just still need those. Okay, so take that stuff off the table. We don't need any of that. Just put it in the corner there. Find a bag for it later. Doesn't need that either. Is that everything? It looks like that might be everything. So if we put this back on, right? Yep. So that goes on there like so. Bit of a tight fit. Nice. So that slides in nice and lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, there shouldn't be any clicking or binding. Listen to that. Nothing, in my opinion, is more satisfying than twisting this shaft, feeling the resistance of the gears, and hearing the teeth just... nothing like it. Nothing like it. Nothing like a standard 2-speed. Okay, so I think that should be all of the repairs. I'll just do another once over, and if that seems like it's everything, then we can work on putting this back in the T-Max. Be right back. Alright, this is all ready, so all we have to do now is tighten up these screws here to hold this together. We don't want this coming apart when we're driving. That would be bad. And then I can get a video of us putting that back in the T-Max. Then it should be all good to go. Let's go. Alright, brake problem fixed. I got that in there, nice and lovely. So then we just put these drive shafts back on. They should just kind of, if you line up the holes correctly. Now you do have to line up these little prong things on the end of this drive shaft with your brake rotor. Bit of hassle. Usually it slides in pretty nice. Can be a bit stubborn, so just take your time on that. Back one's easy. You just line up the grub screw hole. Find the bigger hole, which is the one that the screw will go into. Snap that in there, like that. Screw up these, put the grub screws in there. I don't like grub screws a lot, but that's what it comes with. So let me do that off camera, and I'll put you guys back on when everything's fixed. Alright, it's the next day. My camera died, so we're on the iPad camera right now, so probably an audio change, video change, sorry about that. But everything went in real nice, got the brake in, all that transmission stuff screwed in, skid plate on, obviously, drive shaft on and on. I got the wheels here. Battery box has back on. Transmission's all nice and screwed in. I think I already said that. Brake linkage and throttle linkage are working like a brake and throttle linkage should. And the transmission, from what I can tell, is working really nice and lovely. Alright, so that's it. That's the full repair video of my T-Max. The next video coming out should be a run video of this. Sometime within the next 2 weeks or so, you should see that. Thank you all for watching. I hope that at least some of you found that information somewhat helpful. In the future, I will be getting a Traxxas sledge for this channel because I think I need some faster cars to make it exciting. So you can expect to see that sometime in the future. Also, whenever I do get a real car, you can expect to see some repairs and modifications on that, as well as maybe a review. I don't know. I won't be doing gaming on this channel. This channel will be strictly RCs and repairs and like technical things that you could use. Maybe even skateboarding tips occasionally. So if you're looking for a gaming channel, I'm sorry, but this is not the right channel for you. However, if you're looking for a channel where you can find some useful tips and tricks and repairs and just generally having fun, this will be the channel for you. I'll probably have some of my other basher friends on, as well as maybe starting a podcast on Spotify where I can interview some of the people who don't want to be on camera but are very interesting nonetheless. So if any of that sounds good to you, if any of that content appeals to you, then please consider liking and subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind later. For now, bye.